Hi art friends! Today we are going to be making a jellyfish. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to draw the body all together, and then we're going to make those tentacles that come down from our jellyfish, but we're going to make them look a little bit silly. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my paper a little bit because our jellyfish is going to be a little bit crooked. Then I'm going to make a nice hill line close to the corner but not touching it. So that is going to be what is called the bell of our jellyfish, and that is kind of that top part that frankly looks like a bell. Then what we are going to do on our jellyfish is we are going to make another curved line across the bottom, just a little bit curved, so not quite as much as our other one. And we're going to make our jellyfish be a little bit of a cartoon. So I'm going to give him a cute little face. So I'm going to draw a circle here. And a circle here. Then inside that circle, I'm going to add another one. And a smaller one down there. And the same thing here. So kind of a medium, and then a smaller one down there. And then you can take your pencil's fine, or if you want to, you can use a black crayon or a black marker, and you're going to color in the bigger space of the eye. So now, do you see how it looks like the eye is a little bit shiny? So that's kind of a cute cartoon effect that you can do if you're doing a simple drawing. Okay. Next, we should make a little mouth for our jellyfish. So we're going to come in like that. So I just made a little gentle smile. Then I'm going to come down and up so that his mouth is open. You can also add some eyebrows if you want, even though we know that jellyfish really don't have eyebrows. So now we have a cute body for our jellyfish. The tentacles are going to be pretty snazzy. So we're going to use our markers for the tentacles, and you can pick whatever colors you want. Miss Tuttle is going to use some cool colors, and we've done a lot of talking about warm and cool this year. So I have blue. I have this is called a royal purple. If you have Crayolas, you might have those. I have a regular purple, and I also have a blue-green. You could add a regular green in there too. You could also make this a beautiful rainbow jellyfish and go in rainbow order. That is going to be up to you because it's your jellyfish, so you're going to choose what colors you want to use. For our tentacles, we are going to be drawing different kinds of lines. So my first line, so I'm going to start this way and we're going to work our way over. My first line, I am going to make just a wiggly line, and I am pulling that from the jellyfish all the way down. So I started at my jellyfish and came down, and that just curves and wiggles a little bit. Nothing too hard. We've done that before. Then I put my cap on your marker. If you are using markers, you can use crayons if that's all you have. That's fine. But you want to make sure that you're closing that gap, because right now the cap is not on. You want to hear that snap. You want to snap the cap. That makes sure that it is on all the way. And you'll notice now there's no space here. Our next line, so you want to switch colors. And if it is easier, you can even turn your paper sideways so that you're writing it more like you are actually writing on a piece of paper. We are going to do a zigzag line next, and I find it helpful to say the name of the line. So Miss Tuttle goes zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag. So I've gone almost all the way across my paper. And again, I'm going to switch colors, so I'm closing the cap, grabbing a new color. I think that the next line that we are going to do is going to be a loopy line. And you can loop up and kind of do like that, or you can loop down. Either choice is totally fine. So Miss Tuttle's line is going to go like this, and I come down and I go loop, 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 loop. So that one is a loopy line because it looks like it loops around. I think we should also make a bumpy line today. So I'm going to come in, and from my jellyfish, all of my lines are starting from my jellyfish. I'm going to go bump, 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 just like that. After my bumpy line, I might draw what I like to call a castle line, and you'll see why it looks like a castle line in just a minute. This one is a little bit tricky, so we're going to keep this one short. So from right up in here, Miss Huddle is going to come over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down. And I like doing one more over. And so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lines on our jellyfish. If you want to, you can add even more. So for example, in here, I might want to add another line in there. That would be totally fine. Maybe I want to add another zigzag line, or have some of my lines overlap just to show, hey, this jellyfish has a lot of tentacles. So I'm going to start another zigzag line. And you'll notice that these are crossing into the other lines. That's okay. Since I'm using different colors, I can still tell the difference. So what I am really looking for with this assignment is, can you draw different kinds of lines? So you should be able to draw at least 5. That is what I would be looking for. If you want to make up your own line, or if you have another idea, you're absolutely welcome to do that. I might try to draw a wave line, so like I would see in the ocean. So I curve up, make a C, curve up, make a C, curve up, make a C, and curve up, make a C. So you can see that almost looks like ocean waves coming across my paper now. So right now I have quite a few different lines. Some are overlapping. You don't want your paper to be so crazy that you don't see any of your lines anymore. That would be a little bit hard for us to be able to see the different ones. I think I am just going to add another wiggly one in here to use that space. And now mine is done. I am not going to add any more lines. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab a crayon and I'm going to color in my jellyfish's head. So I'm going to color my jellyfish's head in. And actually it's kind of its body and its head all in one. Notice I am going around the eyes. I'm not coloring into the eyes. We want to leave those white spots white because that's where the shiny part is. And if I really want my artwork to look nice and finished, what I would also do is I would color what essentially would be the water behind my jellyfish with a different color. And again, I would use crayon for that because this way the marker lines will stand out compared to the softer coloring of the crayon. So I'm not going to press super hard when I'm coloring. If I have my blue-violet color, and you can use whatever color makes you happy. If you want to use blue, if you want to use purple. I wouldn't use black, but just because it would really cover over a lot of this. But if I go in with that blue-violet to show it's in the deeper part of the ocean, I can even, as long as I'm coloring lightly, I can go right over the marker and it still shows. So this is where we would not need to worry about going around those marker lines. As long as you're coloring fairly lightly, you can see that Miss Tuttle can still see her marker lines through the crayon. You would not want to do marker over crayon. You do crayon over marker, because it's not good for the markers to go over the waxiness of your crayon. So I'm going to finish coloring mine and I will check back in a minute. At this point, it looks like my jellyfish is all colored in, and you will notice that I colored lightly so that I can still see all of my marker lines. If you are a friend that presses really hard when you color, you might want to leave your background just white, or what else you could do is you could do it on a colored piece of paper and your marker would stand out against the background. But I have colored in the body of my jellyfish neatly and carefully. I have drawn a variety of lines, so different kinds of lines, carefully and neatly. This is really what Miss Tuttle is looking for, are those, can you draw a curvy line, can you draw a zigzag, loopy, bumpy, and try the castle line, because I think you guys can all do it. So I think mine is all done. Don't forget to send me yours so that I can see it. I hope you enjoyed following along, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.